Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Rush Hour with James Golden. Entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network. Attention Ditto Heads. Attention Bo Scouts.
Goes by the pseudonym Bo Snerdley.
It's time for the soul of excellence.
He is a radio host here in New York.
The Rush Hour is on the air.
Rush.
Now here's James Golden.
Everybody want to talk about whether or not the ICE agent should have shot the lady. I'm trying to figure out why she was there in the first place. You got a son. You got a family. You out here defending Pablo and Julio like they give a damn about you. Go home and protect your son. Can't do that now. It's too late. Worried about the wrong shit. And it's the problem. When you start dating people, you need to find out what their politics are. What side of the fence are they on? Because I'm starting to realize all the crazies are a bunch of liberals. They're the crazy ones. What woman of yours is going to be out on the front lines battling for Carlos? Carlos is in here illegally. He need to go back to his country. Worry about the wrong shit. Got yourself killed. Good job.
This is James Golden, Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour. This is Carlos, and I want to say that I'm here legally, and I'm not going anywhere. Back to you, James.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Friday. It's already Friday edition of Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour. Yes, my friends, a lot to do. a lot to do today. On this Friday, Democrats are still, of course, they are beyond themselves. And their feelings. You know, yesterday out in California, Kate, was Governor Newsom's last State of the State address before California finally gets rid of this horrible governor. The Assembly Speaker opened up the final address with a moment of silence to honor Renee Nicole Good. He said, before we start this morning's proceedings, I want to begin by calling for a moment of silence to honor Renee Nicole Good, a U.S. citizen murdered by ICE yesterday in Minneapolis. For the countless immigrants who've been detained, who have been denied due process and are being held without charge in deplorable conditions across our country, America is a nation of immigrants, and we are nothing. We are nothing without the rule of law. The rule of law. The rule of law. Which is exactly what ICE is trying to defend in this country, and the rule of law that states like California have ignored, declaring themselves above the law, declaring themselves sanctuary. Now, the Democrats, that is not stopping Democrats. Swalwell is out again with incredibly vicious statements toward ICE. New York's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez claims that Ms. Good was assassinated by ICE. And we have others. Yesterday, there was another incident involving Border Patrol, this time in Portland. let us pick it up in Portland the way that the news was breaking on Fox, Cut 11, and this is what came through last night.
Fox News alert, FBI on the scene in Portland, Oregon, where we just learned there's been another shooting involving Border Patrol agents in the wake of another ramming attack. According to DHS, Border Patrol agents stopped a vehicle driven by an illegal alien from Venezuela who's a member of Tren de Aragua. The passenger, a woman, was affiliated with Tren de Aragua prostitution ring and a recent shooting. When the officers tried to apprehend him, he, quote, weaponized his vehicle and tried to run them over. Fearing for his life and safety, an agent fired a defensive shot. The driver drove off with the passenger, fleeing the scene. The situation is evolving and more information is forthcoming. So the story is still developing and we'll have more details soon.
Now, you heard the way that Fox handled the news. Listen to the contrast with the way Fox handled that news and with CNN's report, Cut 12. This is how they reported it on CNN.
And now tensions are flaring even higher in Portland, Oregon, after a Border Patrol agent shot a married couple there. At least 6 people were arrested yesterday and overnight during protests in Portland. And according to DHS now, the border agents there were conducting a quote-unquote targeted vehicle stop of this married couple. They accused the couple of both being connected to the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua and claimed that during the stop, the driver tried to run over the agents, and that is why one of them fired a, quote, defensive shot. No agents were injured in this. The married couple, they were both shot, one in the arm, one in the chest. Both are in the hospital, and local leaders now are demanding that ICE and other federal agents leave the city.
So, Border Patrol shot a married couple. It's just a married couple minding their married business, probably having their married honeymoon in the car or something like that, or maybe some little touchy-feely, because they're a married couple. And, you know, we honor marriage, married couple. And here's all evil Border Patrol. Border Patrol claims that it was quote unquote a targeted with gang members. That's what they claim. But I mean, they're Border Patrol. Who believes them? That's what they claim. But they shot a married couple. Now, we know they weren't citizens because if they were citizens, CNN probably would have said they shot a married couple that were both citizens. They shot a married couple. Then you have the mayor of Portland, one of the most disgracefully run cities in America, Keith Wilson. And this 13 is the mayor of Portland.
We know what the federal government says happened here. There was a time when we could take them at their word. That time is long past. That is why we are calling on ICE to halt all operations in Portland until a full and independent investigation can take place. Our community deserves answers.
So, yeah, we know what Border Patrol said, but screw Border Patrol. We don't believe them. They work for the government, for the federal government. And we in Portland don't believe a damn thing the federal government says. The time is long past that we can believe our government. We want an independent. We want to bring in some liberals. We'll call them independent, and we want our own because we can't believe these agents. These agents are what? Liars is what the implication is. They're liars. That's the mayor of Portland, one of the worst run cities in America, where Antifa and other left-wing groups vandalized and held that city hostage for years. And yet, you can't trust the word of Border Patrol. They're a bunch of liars. We need to get ICE out of here. Never mind that they're Tren de Agua. ICE is the problem, not the gang members. it goes on from there. Let's go down to Philadelphia. I'm sorry. You know, Philadelphia, birthplace of the American experience in terms legislatively. And those days have long since passed. Now that city is run into the ground by more liberals. And if you want proof of how bad Philadelphia has become, just listen to what passes for the sheriff in Philadelphia. This woman, by the way, notice her superb use of the English language. Just such linguistic skills from this woman. She's the Philadelphia County Sheriff, Cut 7. Here she is.
Good afternoon. I'm Rochelle Bilal, the Sheriff for the City and County of Philadelphia. And I say her name, Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. This should not have happened, but we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made-up ICE, probably Trump's new army to attack citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I said? No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None. None. Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, thank God for our district attorney, Larry Kraftner, who say he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you're getting arrested there. No whisk away for them to hide you. None of that here. None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. I'm not saying fleeing, because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way.
That's a lie.
Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal.
It's his fault.
No, we don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up, fake, what you can call ICE, professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made-up, fake, wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law.
It's against legal law.
So I'm with the
what
DA,
other kind of law is it?
And we will work with them. If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will whisk you off. You don't want this smoke, because we will bring it to you. And the fake, whatever they call them, because I can't say the name, but the criminal in the White House would not be able to keep you from going to jail.
Good. You get your ass out there and start arresting ICE agents, baby, and then you find out. These Democrats have lost their freaking minds. They're out of control. I am struggling not to call this woman this ignorant woman names, who apparently doesn't understand the Constitution of the United States at all, and thinks that somehow her local jurisdiction in Philadelphia has the power to stop federal law enforcement from doing their job, and she will arrest them. You go right ahead, sweetie. And you FA and you FO. We gotta go. Quick break here. James Golden, Snerdley with you.
Rush. This is the Rush Hour with James Golden.
Oh, Snerdley.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the pain points of wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
The Rush Hour with James Golden. Entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
James Golden, known popularly as Bo Snerdley.
This is The Rush Hour with James Golden.
Rush. This family should not wait for justice. And remember, we fought for Jamar Clark. We occupied a precinct for Jamar Clark. We did not get justice for Jamar Clark. But when the city burned, after George Floyd, all of a sudden there were some charges. So for those who are on the media talking about, don't burn it down, don't set it on fire, let me tell you this, we need justice and we need it now. Yeah. Because what happens after that is on your hands. All power to the people.
All power to the people. All power to the people. The revolution is now. All power to the people. That was the head of the Black Lives Matter chapter in Minneapolis appearing. At least it sounds as if what she is calling for is arson, wide-scale arson to burn the city down, which is always such an intellectually wise choice. Burn your own neighborhoods down in protest and then complain that there are food deserts, that no stores are open for the citizens, that no one wants to come into your crime-infested neighborhood, and then talk about how deprived you are because of your race. Such a beautiful, wonderful strategy from the leadership that liberals are offering America. Let's burn our cities down in protest because we are in favor of people trying to interfere with law enforcement operations, and we support that, and we want justice. So let's burn our cities down, our neighborhoods down. That's Black Lives Matter, Minneapolis. Now, we have others. Pramila Jayapal. We have others. We have other leaders from the Democrat Party. It just doesn't get better for them. I have an observation to make when we get back. I don't have enough time to do it right now. It's an observation concerning women and the suffrage movement. But I'll have to wait and do that when I return from this Profit Center. Whatever you do, stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here, please.
The Rush Hour with James Golden. Entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
James Golden, known popularly as Bo Snerdley.
This is The Rush Hour with James Golden.
Rush.
I have so much to say. I'm sorry for the spam today, but I am crashing out. Our vice president just got on live TV and said the ICE agent, and I quote, has absolute immunity. Those are his exact words. He said, absolute immunity. They have done no investigation whatsoever. And they called it within less than an hour, saying that they basically, that the guy was in the right without a investigation.
Well, he was. I mean, what's the problem?
On what planet does a federal agent have absolute immunity?
earth.
We have seen the video minimally.
Yes.
Minimally. It is worth a god investigation.
They're investigating, honey.
You
Just
cannot
relax.
give these people they are going to murder us all. Hello. If you are not scared yet, wake the F up.
I'm
what
not
you
scared.
allow them to do to other people, they will eventually do to you. What do we do?
No.
Oh my God. Help.
Now, before the break, I mentioned that I've been thinking about something, suffrage. You know, I am surrounded by incredibly intellectually, spiritually based women who do nothing but enhance my life. And on this show, they demonstrate why. We have Princess Diana. Nobody is better capable of explaining so many aspects of American politics, American policy. I recognized that when I first met her decades ago. She's one of the smartest smartest human beings I've ever met. Period. And I've learned so much for her. We have America's small caffeinated mom, Rhonda Schrock. The wisdom, the inspiration that comes from Lady Benedict, whose voice you haven't heard much. You perhaps will in this coming year. Astounding. And so many others. Going back to women, my great-grandma, my aunts, my great-aunts, all of these women that in my life, classmates, friends, occasionally ex-girlfriends, brilliant people. Brilliant. So I've often wondered, I watch a lot of British TV, I watch a lot of period pieces, and you go back to when you look at the British period pieces from the Victorian age, from before, and you realize women were completely shut out of political life, and shut out from just being an equal human being in terms of being able to inherit, being able to live lives with their God-given potential as souls created by the Creator, just like every man. And I often wondered, what was the thinking? You look at even American history. I'm telling you, I've been watching the Ken Burns Revolution series on the American Revolution. And the Abigail Adams writings are played. Phyllis Wheatley as a slave, America's first African-American to be published while she was still a slave. Just brilliant poet. And others. And so America, by the way, British citizens before they declared independence from Britain, the same mindset. Women can't participate in political life. They very limited legal. And I kept wondering, why didn't these intellectual men who are among the most learned in the world understand the idea of equality for the women that they loved, for their own daughters even? How could you look at them as less of a person than yourself? I've never understood it. Lately, and so to me, I never understood why the suffrage movement why it took so long for women to obtain something that should have just been a natural. The right to vote, the right to participate. I've never understood. Why did it take these intellectual giants of men so long to recognize that? But lately, I've been listening to women on social media like this, Cut 19. And I've listened like this.
You guys
just
think that Donald Trump, like, actually cares about you? Like, anyone at this point that is defending this shit? I swear, like, they just murdered a woman in cold blood! How I just left.
Meow, meow. Got a cat. Meow.
If you think that you are an outlier and that he cares about you and that Donald Trump's administration cares about you, he does, like, they will kill anyone in cold blood. These are murderous, horrible, horrible people that this administration is an extension of, and is not an extension of, just downright implementing. Guys! Oh my God!
And then there are the elected officials, like the aforementioned Representative Pramila Jayapal, Cut 3. And here she is.
But the truth is that every single person in the United States of America, U.S. citizens, white, black, brown, whoever you are, you have to worry now that an ICE agent is going to come and shoot at you and kill you.
Every person. Okay, so now let's turn to The View. Bunch of women there. Cut 4. This is Sarah Haynes, whoever she is, on The View.
It is basic law enforcement training to not step in front of a vehicle that can move because it creates an opportunity for that vehicle to become a death threat and therefore unnecessary shootings like this. So although we don't know who this agent is or many details about him, we do know there was an increased goal last year to double the amount of ICE agents.
Yeah.
And to hit that number, what they did was they removed all age requirements and cut the training program to less than half of what it had been, while also recruiting people with using visuals. I think we have a couple here that are warlike images, like with Uncle Sam, and also references to Halo, which is a single shooter war game that talks about Destroy the Flood, which is kind of presuming that all of these immigrants are parasitic alien enemies.
Stop it right there. Stop right there. Excuse me. What did you say, Carlos?
That's not what Halo is.
Not at all.
All right, TJ, what is Halo?
It's a video game.
A video game?
What more do you want to know?
It's a video, but it's not what this woman is describing.
Most of it takes place off this planet.
Most of Halo takes place off the planet. It is a made-up fantasy first-person shooter video game that was extremely popular 10 years ago.
It's making a comeback.
Halo's making a comeback? Why? Do they have a new movie out about Halo?
No, because they're going to distribute in more platforms, not just Xbox.
Oh, because it's going to more platforms. Can I tell you, TJ and those guys, they tried to teach me Halo. Can I just tell you what happened? I got motion sick. I'm not kidding. Everything was moving so fast on the screen. I'm trying to do it, and I actually got motion sick, and that was the end of me and Halo. And these guys played Halo for hours and hours. And anyway, that's a little off the point here. That's another one of these women. Okay? Then let's go to this one. Cut 16, very quickly. Cut 16. Here's another one.
So, I mean, I'm just walking around kind of just dazed because I was like, I don't know if it's the right thing to do. It feels kind of wrong being here in some way. I don't know why.
Why do you think, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, like, where that stems from. Like, I mean, part of it is being, like, a white woman that I'm privileged, and I have a lot of privilege. So I feel like white tears are not always something that's helpful or necessary when black and brown people have been experiencing this for a long time. This isn't new for them, and so I don't know if that makes any sense in that way.
How did you decide that you should be here? Or are you still figuring that out?
Well, I work like 2 miles from here, so driving by, I don't, it's like I'm here. I'm 2 miles. I can stop.
Okay, and so the last one for this segment, ladies and gentlemen, is an author. Her name is Lee McGowan. She was on CNN, Cut 10, and this is what Lee McGowan has to add.
When did it become illegal to follow ICE agents around?
It's illegal to engage in obstruction of federal law enforcement. Is it not? Is it a felony?
But they're not impeding.
It is a felony.
She was filming, right? She's filming them because ICE agents have been known to kill people. Because people are disappearing in custody. Because we're missing 1,200 people in Alligator Alcatraz.
This is the political vigilantism.
This is not political vigilantism.
You're encouraging people to interfere with federal law enforcement.
I'm saying that we need to get it on tape because the DHS is lying, because ICE is lying, and because people are getting hurt.
I think that
and they're disappearing.
There is obviously
Amnesty International just did an entire thing on ICE.
But hold on,
Amnesty International. That's not me being a Democrat.
Difference between.
Now I understand. All these years I've not understood. Why is it that suffrage took so long? Why is it that in America and in Britain especially, men, intelligent men, did not recognize the brilliance, the incredible brilliance, and the entire character of strong, moral, great women. And now I understand why it took so long. They were married to liberals. They were married to liberal women. That's what happened. And I should have known. You look at Jane Austen stuff. Who are these women? They sound like the ancestors of today's modern liberal women. For the most part, that has to be the explanation. Because if you knew that these people would actually be in charge of electing your leaders, would you give them the right to vote if you had a choice? Now, again, don't misinterpret my words, because I am not castigating all women at all. I happen to think that the women, especially those women that I mentioned that participate on this program, that you hear from, that call the program when we take phone calls, these women are brilliant. In most cases, smarter than men. Most men. They're accomplished. They're wonderful. But you listen to these liberal women, and it should become clear that these people are in a universe of their own making. James Golden, Snerdley, don't go away.
Rush. This is The Rush Hour with James Golden.
Oh, Snerdley.
The Rush Hour with James Golden. Entertaining and informative.
On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
It's The Rush Hour with James Golden.
Goes by the pseudonym Bo Snerdley.
Rush. Now, here's James Golden.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is still conversation going around the country about Venezuela. I want you to listen to one of these social media commentaries from that. Here we go.
I'll say this about Donald Trump, and when I say this, I don't do no arguing, so y'all can save me the paragraphs in the comment section. I like, whether it be right or wrong, that we, as the United States government, United States forces, said we're about to go to Venezuela, take this guy, and I bet we do it easily. But no, the guy from Venezuela, the dictator, said, you know what? Y'all are some cowards. I bet y'all won't. And don't even be late doing it. We went in there and got that done in less than 2 hours. Less than 2 hours. I like that. Do you know how happy it makes me as a law-abiding citizen of the United States that at the very least, these other world leaders are terrified of Donald Trump, bro? You feel me? It's one thing to be terrified of your leader and then knowing that he can be defeated versus being terrified of your leader, but you know that you're probably going to be in the best of hands. You feel me? This man was beefing with a law. This man was beefing with one of the world leaders a time ago. Send him a picture of his own crib. If any of my soldiers get touched, if any single American gets harmed, this is your crib. This is a picture of your crib. The world leader said, why'd you send me a picture of my crib? Donald Trump said, that's for you to figure out. If you want to. If you want to. Do what I say or it's raps. That's gangster. Donald Trump is gangster.
I've got so many others, folks, that are just waiting. It's so amazing to listen to what ordinary people are saying with not the filter of the news organizations, right? Before we leave, we're going to leave out today with some Joan Baez. Joan Baez, born in 1941 on this day. Folk singer, songwriter, musician, and, yes, she's an activist. I don't care which side of the political spectrum. She's not, to me, one of these annoying activists. She speaks her piece, but, you know, it's like there's certain ones on the left, like Joni Mitchell, Joan Baez. I'm cool with them. 1971, this one went to number 6 across the pond and number 3 over here. The night they drove old Dixie down. She also was part of the whole Woodstock thing, remember, back then? Anyway, we got to go. May God bless, protect each and every single one of you, your families, and your loved ones. Love and gratitude, my friends, always, for you being here with me, allowing me to be with you. Please set your alarm, if you can, for tomorrow at 7 a.m., because God willing, we will be back here then with the Saturday morning extravaganza, your Saturday morning vibe. In the meantime, I bid you adieu. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour. You can hear Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour weekdays at 4 on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder,
what the heck is going on here?
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.